Hello everybody, and welcome back to the second house furnishing part of this build. On Monday, I released the video for the building portion of this sort of apartment complex, and today we are going to furnish it. So I'm going to start working on the upstairs kitchen area. So this is going to be the 1-bedroom apartment on the upstairs floor, and then we have a bachelor downstairs and also an empty unit, which you can then turn into whatever you want. There's also a very fancy side garden, which you will see being built later. It's already got the pool in it and stuff that I did in the build video, but I decorate it further. So I had a little bit of trouble with this kitchen because I was like, I want cabinets, but then I want the counter, and then I want all this stuff. The cabinets didn't really look good, but I really wanted to use those perfect patio counters. Something about them just felt right in that kitchen. But if I used like some, certain counters, it was just like, wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I decided to switch where everything is, and I struggled with the layout because like certain things, like if you put certain shelving in certain place, for some reason they don't go the way it should be, and it's really weird. But I end up doing this awesome thing on the sidewall, which I'm doing right now, of where I put these mirrors, and it kind of just makes this kitchen feel massive, and I love it. But because of that, I do move where the fridges, because I was like, oh, do I want a mirror there? I'm like, yes. So I want the mirror there, but I also want the cupboards. So this is where I had a problem because I had them move so weird. I tried to like fix them because I didn't want such a massive gap in between the fridge and the counter. So I was trying to slide them into each other, but it wasn't working out. So I put the stove in the middle, and because the stove is slightly bigger than the space that is left for there, the Cool Kitchen Stuff stove, it's bigger. So if you slide it between two counters, it kind of overlaps a little. So you have enough room to spread things out around it, which I thought worked fantastic. And then I struggled forever to get a, what are they called? A vent? To be honest, I can't even remember if I put one in. I think I might have left it without, because I'm just like, you know what? Put a window here, fill out that space a little. And yeah, when you see me shake the camera like that, it's usually just me going, why won't it work? And it's kind of sped up for you guys, so it's a little bit, I should really stop doing it, but it's kind of like a reaction when something frustrates me to just shake my mouse. So you probably noticed if you've seen other videos of mine where I do it quite frequently. I'm working on not doing that so much. Now just going in to find some clutter, and as always I search Cool Kitchen Stuff because that's the best clutter for a kitchen. And then I'm like, ooh, I can get this little shelf fee to be there, and that'll give me the shelf that I wanted above the windows without like being ugly. So I put that shelf there. I slid the windows down just a bit, and I think I also mirrored it on the other side just so the outside doesn't look too weird. And then I'm like, you know what? Blue is going to be the accent color here, so everything in this room is going to be blue. And then I was going to change the back tile to blue, but I was like, that's a little too much. But yes, that is pretty much it for the kitchen. I think I go in later and throw a bit more decoration. I'm not sure. I did build this a while ago, and then I had a big, huge problem with my computer. So I upgraded my processor, and it was working fine, but every time I would play The Sims, it would crash. Just The Sims. That was it. No other game would do it. So for a while, I couldn't even record anything. And then I decided to just go back to my old processor because I figured it was my motherboard that was being a bit of a dick. Because even my motherboard wouldn't let me have all 4 RAM slots filled out. So I'm rambling on about computer stuff. So I'm just going to have to get a new motherboard, and then I can update my processor and update my RAM, and it'll be fantastic. But for now, I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with my computer. It's great. It's just I have an 8-core processor, and I was upgrading to a 12-core. And it's just like, rendering videos is so fast with it. It's just weird that it would only crash when I was playing The Sims. No idea why. Something about The Sims. And I was playing like Overwatch and stuff. Overwatch is a whore for RAM and memory and just everything. So I don't understand. But yes, living room building. It's a cute little living room. Yeah, the whole building is pretty much modern. I don't do anything, crazy with it, but I really love the kitchen. I don't know why. I've never put mirrors in a kitchen before, and I felt like it felt really great. So I kind of continue that pattern throughout the entire apartment. Like there's mirrors in the closet, there's mirrors in the bathroom. Like it's very vain. It's a very vain apartment. There's just everywhere you look is a mirror you can look at yourself in. And I felt like that space was very like sort of open, but putting anything there kind of didn't feel right. Like I was going to put down a table and then, other stuff. And I was just like, you know what? No. So now I'm going to decorate the hallway a bit with some clutter. I don't know why I chucked a box under there, like just a random box of files. I felt it made the house look a little bit more lived in, even though, like, why would you have a box of files by your front door? Don't question it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, finally I got my computer to work and I could now do stuffs. So I had this just waiting in the wings to be sort of audio done for it. So I kind of don't remember what I did for it because it was so long ago. And some pretty clutter everywhere. I don't think I went too crazy with clutter just because I wanted this place to feel sort of like a show home. I didn't want it to feel too lived in just because like I feel like I put too much detail into some houses where it like overimposes my idea of what family should live here. And this is just going to be like a modern show home where anybody can, pack in and live here. And I really like the backsplash of that more than anything. So I flipped those two counters around and they are shoved into the wall. So make sure you have move objects on if you download. I shouldn't say if you download this house. And then I had I need to stop shaking the camera. Stop it. And then I had the spa day sink sort of wedged in between the two. So it gave it this nice counter space. Which I thought was pretty nice. And now I'm just going around putting closets. I was sort of, playing with the idea of maybe I should just make the bathroom a little bit bigger and close off that space with a third closet. But I decided to turn it into like a dressing area. And I went with these industrial gestures and I continue the industrial theme into the bedroom. And I, of course, put the big mirrors. And now I'm just kind of looking for a carpet to sort of fill out that floor space to make it a little bit warmer. But there's not too much detail in there again because this is kind of like a show home. So, you can move in your Sims and make it your own. And I had that brown bed there and then I stopped decorating for a really long time. And then later when I come back to it, I change it, I believe. I can't remember. I just remember deleting that bed. Because I was just like, it's late. I'm just going to stop recording. And then the next time I came back to this house to finish it, which is right here, you can see me saving, I start on the first floor. So this is the, single bedroom it's sort of a bachelor. Like there's no separate bedroom. But it has quite a lot of stuff in it. And, it's pretty cozy. And I do decorate this a bit more than I did it upstairs. Like I fill in a lot of clutter and stuff like that. And I was debating whether to put the table up against over there, because I was thinking about, well, where's the living room area in this place going to go? And it does have a double bed, although it is pushed up against the wall, so your sim will have to not be mean and scooch in so someone else could go in. So you could theoretically fit two people. I think it's like a tiny build within a big build. So yes, I have the 2 bed and everything in this apartment is red and white. Just went with that pattern. It seemed to fit. There was a lot of things I could use. So I was just like, all right, red and white. And this place has like a little study area, a living room, a bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. It's all there. And it's all for your enjoyment. And I struggled a lot with trying to find like the perfect thing because I didn't want to take up too much floor space. That was like my biggest worry was just too much floor space being taken up by the things that I have, making it feel too cluttered. And that's a problem with tiny builds, is like stuff gets really cluttered really easily. So you gotta sort of space out the clutter. You just don't want to chuck things for the sake of chucking them. They all should have a function. And then I was trying to decide what kind of table to use, because I did want like a little computer table. And I was, thinking, oh, maybe I should just, raise a computer up. But then I was like, oh, maybe they won't be able to use it. And put it on a dresser or something with a chair in front of it. But I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be able to use that. So I went with the little single desk. And we need more single desks, because the only other ones are from Parenthood. And one is a very kiddish one, and the other one is kind of too fancy. It doesn't work for modern. It's very like classical style of furniture. So, and just a very simple, 3-piece bathroom. No bathtub, just a shower, because I just like the use of the space a little bit more. And I think, now it's time to decorate this area. And then I realized I didn't have a bookshelf down here, and Sims like their books. So I struggled with picking a book, and I kind of got rid of that sort of decorative, end table up there. And I end up putting it back and just using one of the wall bookshelves somewhere. And it looks nice together, because it looks like it all came from IKEA. So like when I think of, modern homes, I kind of think of IKEA furniture, because it's very modern and it's aesthetic, which is great. It's cheap and easy, to assemble. And just gonna throw some decorations into the home, and then I'll go back upstairs and finish that where I think I do. I was just like, this needs more storage space, because like it's a tiny build, and tiny homes need additional storage space. And I'm cluttering up everything. I kind of put more effort into this place, on this run than I did in the first one. But I guess when I go back upstairs, I'll be a little bit more dedicated to decorating and chucking a bunch of plants everywhere. So it feels more lived in the downstairs than the upstairs. I just felt like that, So I mean, like, if you just wanted to have the downstairs home, you could delete everything else, put it on a smaller lot. Really, it is up to your imagination. I'm so not good at talking anymore. Like, I feel like an idiot sometimes when I say things, and I'm just like, whatever. I mean, if you just want to watch me build and you don't want to hear me talk, you can just mute me. I was gonna turn that into a sort of skill building area, that area down there, but then I figured, you know what? I'll leave it up to, whoever downloads this house to do. This house is up on the gallery under my origin name, StefanyRed, or if you click the link down below, it'll take you directly to the EA gallery. Although what really annoys me is you have to sign in to see certain things on the gallery. So make sure that Max is created is unchecked in advanced settings, and then you have to sign in and see the gallery. I don't know any other way to share this, aside from just telling people, like, just search StefanyRed. It'll be there depending on how long ago you've seen the video. Usually the title of the video is the title of the house. So go ahead and just search it by that. I'm trying to get better at tagging stuff, but sometimes I forget. So I did change the bed, and I was just like, this bed is so much cuter. And I kept the industrial theme that I started in the closet by making it like a very industrial. Side tables and the bookshelf and the desk in the bedroom are all very industrial. And it made for a nice little, study nook. Now on to lighting. Lots of weird little lights everywhere. I felt the bedroom was a little bit dark, so I put in a ceiling light. I'm not a big fan of ceiling lights in bedrooms. I don't know why. I just feel like they should be dark places, and ceiling lights kind of are bright and annoying. And then I felt that area was just a little too empty, so I'm like, what can I put here? What can I put here to make this space feel a little bit, prettier. So I just checked some plants. Oh, no. Yes, I do. Tricking myself. Ooh, I shifted around quite a lot. I think I just checked the simple one. And then I almost forgot to put the bin, but I remembered the bin. Because the only other bin is all the way downstairs, and who wants to walk all the way downstairs to go to the bin? And now on to the outside area, where I built a fantastical barbecue area. Took me a while to figure out where I wanted it. And also I'm using all of Perfect Patio stuff because, it's a perfect patio. Why not? Then I played a lot with, getting rid of the grass and putting the grass in and all that fun stuff. And I decided to, in the end, just pave it all because I really wanted this patio area to be on thing. And then I wanted to put a, what's it called? Hot tub. And I also didn't want the hot tub to be on grass. And I also wanted that table there and a seating area, and it just felt weird to have it on grass. So I just stone everything around. And I was like, maybe I should put more than one table, but that looked a little too much. And I kind of enclosed the hot tub with, these, I blanked out for a second, these perfect patio hedges all around the thing, just to give it a little bit of green, because we did take away the green with the floor. So it's just like, you know what? I'll add some green some other way by putting up trees and plants and sort of encompassing this hot tub words in like greenery. And then I put the little roof over it. Don't know why. Maybe you can chuck a tarp over it when it's raining and enjoy the hot tub, or in the winter time. Now just going around seeing if I forgot anything, adding last touches to the decorative, putting some outdoor lights, making sure that this place is fire safe, because I don't know if anybody else has had this, but lately fires have been happening quite regularly. And I don't know why, and it's just weird. Like every time my sim touches the stove or the barbecue, they catch fire, and I don't understand it. It's so weird. So far, no one has died from it because I usually put sprinklers. But one time I'm going to forget, and someone going to die. So yeah, I shrunk down those lights to put them on top of the fence because I thought that looked good. And now we're on to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you wanted to get this house on the gallery, once again, it is under my origin name, StefanyRed, or search basically the name of the title is usually what I call the house. What else did I want to say? Oh, right. I never mentioned this, but I never use custom content. So these houses are completely, I use a lot of packs, but these houses are completely, Sims packs, no custom content ever. So, as always, have an amazing day.